Hi Kipsters, I'm here to walk you through evidence card B. We are going to be using the CARS checklist in order to decide if evidence card B is a reliable or a not reliable source. So make sure that you follow along so that you definitely get this question right. So the first thing we're going to look at is credibility. Who wrote this information? Are they a professional in the science field? So I'm going to look at the front side 1 of my evidence card B. That is where it's going to tell me my source. And I'm looking for who wrote the information and are they a professional? It says source, cartoon show on television that is about animals that live in Prairieville, Texas. The main character is a groundhog meteorologist. So to answer this question, who wrote the information? Whoever is the author of the cartoon television show must have written the information that was provided in the television show. And are they a professional in the science field? So knowing that it's a groundhog meteorologist, we know that an animal cannot be a professional in a human science field, but it does trick you a little bit because a meteorologist is a scientist who studies weather, but we need to think about the entire story here, and it's a cartoon show of a meteorologist groundhog. So my answer for credibility is going to be no. This is not a credible source. There is no scientist in the field of meteorology giving the information here. I'm going to move on to accuracy. Is the information current, complete, and correct? So this is when I'm going to move to the back of the evidence card, and I'm going to be on side 2. So the information that they provide us with is the meteorologist groundhog informed the other animals that the temperature was going to be very high in Prairieville. It was going to be very humid and windy, so they should expect a severe storm. Is this information current? It doesn't give me a date, therefore I don't know if it's current, and then I have to assume that it's not because I don't have any evidence of when it was taken. Is it complete? It's a complete sentence, right? And it gives us a complete idea, but it does not provide evidence, so we don't know if it is correct because we don't have any evidence to show that the temperature was higher and that caused more humidity and then that caused a severe storm. So this is going to also be a no. So then I move on to reasonable. Is the source truthful and in the middle, not only arguing one side? So the groundhog doesn't only argue one side, he is fairly in the middle. However, we don't know if he's truthful because he does not provide any information or data to show us that what he's saying is correct and backed up by actual scientific evidence. So he is not, we cannot tell that he's being truthful. So that, again, this will be a no. Support. Does the source use data or information collected by scientists? Well, like I said previously, there's no data provided. It's similar to how I always use this example of Jay-Z is the best rapper, but I was never giving any evidence. So you can say what you want to say, but unless you back it up with sufficient and good evidence, then it's very hard for us to think that you are, using scientific evidence, and he does not use any scientific evidence here. So support would also be a no. So evidence card B has a whopping 4 no's, meaning that it is not even close to being reliable, and we then need to assume that this is not a reliable source using our checklist.